Welcome to Backlog. In this tutorial, we'll see how to plan sprints in Backlog, a flexible collaboration platform used across industries. Let's create a new project to develop an internal sales dashboard for our company. After naming it, we're taken directly to Project Settings, where we'll use the Milestones feature to create the internal sales dashboard backlog, set up sprints, and plan releases. First, let's create a milestone for our product backlog, the list of all potential tasks needed to complete the project. We'll set some dates as a guideline, but think of this milestone as a container or a filter for everything we might eventually work on. Next, we'll create milestones for our sprints. Sprint 1, core features, running from November 21st to December 1st. Sprint 2, filters and export, from December 4th to December 15th. And Sprint 3, security and QA, from December 18th to December 28th. Remember, the product backlog is our master list, and sprints are time-boxed periods for completing planned tasks. Staying in project settings, let's select statuses and check out the default ones. Open, in progress, resolved, and closed. Statuses help track progress for tasks and sprints and boards. And we can add more if needed. For example, ready for QA. Note, you can move them around to reorder them. Let's go to issue types now. Here, we can create a new issue type called user story. This will represent a feature or request from the user's perspective. Below, we can create an issue template for user stories. Templates help standardize our inputs. So every story includes a definition of done, acceptance criteria, and any cross-team dependencies. This ensures nothing important is forgotten and makes planning much easier. Now let's add an issue and make sure our user story type is selected. Here we can create our first story, for example, daily sales numbers. As a sales manager, I want to view daily sales numbers so I can track performance. Using our template, we fill in the definition of done, acceptance criteria, and dependencies. This is an oversimplified example, but you can add as much information as needed. Then we'll assign the user story to our developer, Melissa, and add it to the product backlog, sales dashboard milestone. This keeps it in our master backlog. You can also add estimated hours here. This helps track sprint progress and calculates the Burndown chart, but it's optional depending on your team's workflow. Next, let's go to the Issues section to add the remaining user stories with batch import. If you're not familiar with this feature, check out our video tutorial explaining it. Now we have all the user stories in the product backlog milestone, ready for planning. Batch update will allow us to assign stories to our sprints. For Sprint 1, we'll do view daily sales numbers, and UI design for dashboard. For Sprint 2, region filter functionality and CSV export feature. For Sprint 3, full QA testing, user access control, and low sales notifications. Notice that each story is still part of the product backlog milestone. That's our master list, but now also belongs to the sprint milestone, which is time-boxed. Let's filter by Sprint 1, Sprint 2, and Sprint 3. Next, let's go to the Kanban board view. Here we can order stories by priority. For example, we can move this one to the top by clicking and dragging. We can also move stories across statuses, closed, resolved, ready for QA, in progress, and more, as the team works on them. Boards are great for visualizing workflow and priorities. Finally, let's take a look at Gantt and Burndown charts. In the Gantt view, you can see the timeline of sprints, assigned tasks, and dependencies. The Burndown chart, located on the homepage, shows how completed story points decrease over the sprint, helping the team track progress against planned work. And that's how you run your first sprint in Backlog. Thanks for watching.